Alright guys, so when we were using Twine on Monday, when I assigned it, you made a story. Here's my story. You can go hit play and you can see my choices here. So on my story I had you wake up and see in front of you a giant hairy monster. And I have some choices here which were done by putting each choice in double brackets. That makes the highlightable choices. Okay, so if I click this one, I have a choice, the monster starts to cry. And I haven't gotten that far yet, but you can see I have a couple different choices in here. So I have the initial first 3 choices I did, and then I made 3 more choices on here. Now, just to start, we want to make everything look a little bit nicer. So we can put both images in, and we can put text color in. So images, I might do, something like this. Let's put. I'll make the monster a cat, right? This looks terrifying. Taylor Swift as a cat in Cats, right? So I'm going to just leave that picture there for later. So first and foremost, if I want to change text color in here, I can only change the text color that is not one of the choices. These have to be blue. It just doesn't work. The HTML doesn't work. So to change the story color text, all I have to do is put a little bit of HTML in here, okay? So HTML works with tags. You put them at the beginning or the beginning and end of a piece of text. For instance, watch how I do this one. If I want to change the color of this entire sentence, I'm going to put my tag here and here. And each tag has a special name. So for font color, the tags are literally just font color. And a tag is always started and ended with a less than and great than, and then you put the name of the tag inside. So font color there, and I end it here with, and you always end these most of the time with a slash, font color, okay? So, make that a little bigger. So that's how it looks, okay? Again, this would just be, this is a line break right here, so it would really be, let me just shorten it to show you what it actually looks like. Wake up and see in front of you. So here is a little bit better. It's on one line, right? So now, this does not make sense if you realize because, what? I didn't specify a color, right? So if I want to put a color in here, you only need to tell it what color it is once, and the format for HTML is right here. You just do font color equals, and then in quotes you put the color. Now, you just got to stick to simple colors. You can't do like, I don't know, pale blue or dark green. It usually doesn't do that. Just do something simple like red. Okay. So look at this. Font color equals in quotes red. And then I end the font color. So now when we play this, it worked. Okay. So you can do font colors. Now, there's other tags as well, okay? So let's just say I want to do a different color here. So let's use this right here. The monster starts to cry. So let's pretend I'm going to put a font color on there again. Font color equals, I don't know, blue. And notice I'm doing the less than and greater than sign. This is a tag right here. Okay, this is the closing tag, font color. It's slash font color. Again, open and close. Now, I can put different sorts of things going on. So first, let's see how that looks. If I look at, which one was I on? Nope, I was on, oh, here it is. I was on this one. So you can see it's blue, okay? So let's look at it again. If I want to make it, and there's a bunch of HTML tags. This is literally how websites are built. So if I want to put a piece of bold text, the tag is a B tag. So watch, if I want to put cry in bold, I'm going to surround it with B /B. Okay, so now let's play this again. you're going to see the difference here. Cry is in bold text because, as I said, I surrounded cry with B. Now, font color is surrounding cry and the rest of the sentence, so it's going to be a bold blue. Okay? If I take font color and put it here, okay, just think to yourself for a second what happens. This part, the monster starts to, is going to be in blue, and cry is just going to be not blue. It's going to be bold instead. So it starts to cry. Okay, and I can tighten that up by putting a space there. So it starts to cry. Okay, so you can start to get tricky with that. The last thing I want to show you is how to put a picture in. So, just look at the format of this. I have font colors here. I have you scream very loud, you run away from your bed. You have your choices. Now I can put a picture above, below. I can put a picture above the text here. I'm going to choose to put the picture right in here. So I'm going to give it some space. And to make a picture in HTML on a website, or in this case on Twine, you use the image tag. Now the image tag is special because it is like this. Image. And it closes itself. It is only this. It's open and closing. You do not need a second image tag. We only use one. So the way it is image src, that stands for source, which means, you know, where the image is coming from. And then I put an equal sign, and then in quotes, I'm going to put the link to the image. So I'm going to just use an image that's online because it's easy. The way you do it is you have to click on it. Let's use this one's even better. Actually, just for the purpose of this, because it's very tall, I will use this one. Okay, I'll use that one. So, you have to click on it first, okay? And then you're going to right-click, and it's going to be copy image address. It's not going to be copy image address. The address, just like your home address, is where the image lives on the internet. And then all you do is just Control-V to paste it in, okay? And now watch what's going to happen. When I hit play here, I have you wake up and see in front of you a monster, and it's glorious Taylor Swift in cats, okay? Now, this picture is massive, okay? I don't want that to be the case. The one thing you can do here is you can put a space after the quote there. You can do height equals, and then in quotes you're going to put a number. Let's try 300. And then we're going to put a space and do width equal to 150 maybe. I'm guessing. So let's see. I hit play. Too skinny. So I'm just going to go back. And I'm going to do it by 200 maybe. I have a feeling that might be too... Oh, that's good. So 150 by 200. And I'm sorry, you guys can hear a bunch of street noise because I live in New York City, so that's what that noise is. But this is a pretty good sized picture, okay? So we have T-Swift here as a cat, terrifying. So this part, the height and width will stretch the picture. Now if you do it really, you know, weird, like 300 by 900, that's not going to look good, right? You're going to have this weird image like that. It needs to be properly stretched. And by the way, the units of this 300 and 900, the units are in pixels. They're just in, you know, there's a billion pixels on your computer screen. That's what this is referring to. So 200 seem to be good. Now, this up here, notice that it put the picture in between this. If I move it, and I, you know, put it down here, well, guess what? The image is then going to be, and I screwed that one up, image source. Let's see here. It doesn't like that, so it should have went below. Let me do that one more time. image source equals in quotes. Let's paste it right in there. It's below, and then I will just resize. Height equals 300, width equals 200. So now when I hit play, it should correct itself. And there it is. Okay, so it's up to you. So on each part of your story, I would like you to have at least one picture and some text color. Maybe you want 2 text colors. Last thing is, if I run away from my bed here, or let's pick one that I actually have writing on. Your parents come running. You shove the monster under your bed. Okay, so if I want to do multicolored text, it's pretty easy. Think about it. Font color equals, maybe I'll do green here. And then maybe I'll end the green here. Font color. And then maybe I want the entire thing to be green too, except for the word monsters. So I'm just going to start font color here again and end font color here. Okay, so monster, I'm going to put in a different font color, so I'll do font color equals, I don't know, pink. I don't know if pink works if you write that in HTML. And then I close it right after monster, font color. Okay, and then I'm going to go over here. You should have the monster under your bed. So you can do weird stuff like that too, okay? So try a little bit of this. Have some different kind of font colors in your story on each one of these, and put a picture on each one as well. Okay, so try that, and then turn this in by Friday, please.